We all have them, and for some of us, it's become an extra appendage. I'm talking about cell phones. Have they taken over our lives? Many believe that it's time we all took a deep breath and put the phones down. In tonight's edition of Question Everything, Dick Brennan is asking how you can break your cell phone addiction.
They're everywhere.
Without it, I'd be pretty lost.
Taking every waking moment.
All ages are addicted to it right now. My mother, she's 40-something and she has to bring it with her into the bathroom.
Clicking and swishing.
I feel like this is the way the world is now. Realistically, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a phone addict.
Phone addict.
I feel like we both are.
Well, it wasn't that long ago, was it, that TVs were the only screens in the house?
It's where to get your news.
The smartphone addiction among kids and teens.
And the go-to place for all things tech.
Technology is constantly evolving and increasingly an integral part of our lives.
But to some, all this logging on can be a big turnoff.
So phones are all around us. In fact, a lot of us feel like our phones are an extension of our identities or our brains.
Dr. Alison Meister is a professor at IMD Business School in Switzerland who published her findings in the Harvard Business Review.
And so the problem is they can become highly addictive.
She says if you check your phone every second you have a break or freak out when you can't find it, chances are you're hooked.
So what you're saying sounds like everyone, including me. So how do you know whether you're addicted or you just enjoy being on the phone?
Studies are showing that actually the presence of your mobile phone is actually triggering unconscious behavior. So it can trigger your sympathetic nervous system, your stress system.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Also, did you know one study showed that even having your mobile phone on your desk face down, turned off, can actually still consume your brain power. And it actually makes you perform worse than if you had it outside of the room.
So if already we are hopelessly addicted to our screens, we wanted to know, is there any turning back from the phone holding us hostage? Well, we got our answer in a place we least expected.
It allows you to see things in your own life that you didn't see before because you weren't present.
Look who we found leading the way to cell phone detox. Sasha and Lucy Jackson, twin sisters with something very important in common besides finishing each other's sentences.
Well, we're kids. We live a simple lifestyle.
They've clicked off and sworn off cell phones. This is your mobile app?
Well, for trains, yeah.
Members of the Luddite Club.
Luddite.
Any opponent of technological progress.
Teenagers leading us back to the Stone Age?
This is Wilma Flintstone.
Well, no, not that far. They do have flip phones. Remember those? For emergencies.
Do you find that you say to yourself, hey, I could stick with this for a while?
It's very sustainable. Once you figure it out, you get in the groove and then you just can do it forever, basically.
The Luddite Club is a group of Brooklyn high schoolers who are tuning out the mean girls.
Okay, hold on, I'm on the other line with Gretchen.
Don't invite Gretchen, she's driving me nuts.
While embracing the real world.
You could be a kid or an adult, but especially as a kid, you're developing your sense of self, and that's extremely hard to do when you have a phone, when you have social media telling you who to be and what to do, and influencing you in such profound ways that it's impossible to grow up in a healthy way.
So what can we do about it? Are there any hacks to break your addiction?
We really do need to evaluate our relationship with our phones.
For one, put a timer on your apps. Also, track your screen time. You actually can get a report from your phone, or simply get it out of your sight.
Do things like put it away or lock it in a pouch. I know I use a Yonder pouch every once in a while.
If all else fails, our 17-year-old experts have one parting shot. Join their cold turkey club.
You kind of just dive in head first, and if you don't like it, pop your SIM card out, put it back in your iPhone. It's not binding.
But it's been 2 years, and I don't want to switch back at all.
Goodbye.
Now, Christine, full disclosure, my family, my wife would say, if you're doing that story, do not preach because you are the worst, and here's the proof, it's in my hand. But I think we've all kind of gotten that way, right?
Absolutely. It kind of reminds me of a sugar addiction. Yeah. Once you try to limit your sugar, it gets easier and easier,
yeah, that's right?
So it's but the hard part is actually jumping off the cliff and being intentional about it. So you had some suggestions there. Did the experts say one sort of works better than the other?
Well, the idea is that, remember, you and I remember before we had a phone, those teenagers didn't. But we did have flip phones. And now the flip phones, you can call, but you can also text. And the teenagers we spoke to said, yeah, that works for them. I'm trying to think, could I do this on the weekend? Yeah, maybe I could, but you got to get rid of the apps. The apps are the cause of the trouble because that's where the screening goes.
Oh yeah, it's like a hole that you just dive into.
Dive in and never come out, unfortunately.
That was a really interesting piece. Thanks, Dick.
Thanks.